Okay, let us get started. I will do questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Question number 1 is fx is equal to x square plus 3x minus 4. We are required to find the value of f of 2. So we replace x by 2 and we will get 2 square plus 3 times 2 minus 4. This is equal to 4 plus 6 minus 4, and the net result is 6. The second part is f of minus 1. So we replace x by minus 1. X square will give me 1, 3x will give me negative 3, and minus 4x will be 4, and the net answer is minus 6. The third one is f of 1 upon 4. That will be square of 1 upon 4 plus 3 times 1 upon 4 minus 4. This is equal to 1 upon 16 plus 3 upon 4 minus 4. The LCM would be 16. This will give me 1. Now LCM is divided by 4. That will give me 4. 4 3s are 12. And then this is 1 actually. 16 is divided by 1. We get 16 times 4. We get 64. And the net result is minus 51 over 16. Right? Let us do D part. D part would be f of a plus 1. So we replace x by a plus 1 whole square plus 3 times a plus 1 minus 4. A plus 1 whole square is a square plus 2a plus 1. 3 times a plus 1 is 3a plus 3 and minus 4 as it is. This is equal to a square. Now we have 2a here and 3a here, so that would be 5a. We have 1 plus 3 which is 4 minus 4, so it is 0. So this is the answer. Let us do question number 2. The first one is 2a. X square plus 2xy plus y square, and the factors are x plus y times x plus y. B is x plus y whole square minus 64. This can be written as x plus y whole square minus 8 square. Now this is something of the type a square minus b square. So the factors would be x plus y plus 8 and x plus y minus 8. That's the B part. C part is, it was C. This was C. Alright. So let me do B now. B would be 5x square minus 16x plus 3. I break the middle term, this one, into two parts, namely 5x square minus 15x minus x plus 3. From these two I can take out 5x as common. I will be left with x here minus 3 here. From these two I take minus common, so I will be left with x minus 3. Now x minus 3 is here and x minus 3 is here, so x minus 3 is a common factor, and I will get 5x from here minus 1 from here. So these are the factors. Let us do D part, which is interesting. Ax plus bx minus ay minus by. Here x is common, So if I take out x as a common factor, I would be left with a plus b. Here y is common, rather negative y is common. If I take out negative y common, I would be left with a plus b. Now this factor is common again, so I can take it out as a common factor. So that would be a plus b and x minus y. That is 2D. Let us move on to question 3. Question 3. Question 3 says, state the transformations that are applied to each parent functions. So A would be what? Fx is equal to fx square, fx is equal to x square, and the other function is f of x minus 3 plus 2. This 3 indicates that there is a transformation by 3 units to the right horizontally, and this 2 means there is a translation of 2 units vertically or up. Let us look at B part. Y is equal to 2x, this is the parent function, and the other one is y is equal to f of x minus 1 plus 2. Again, like in part A, there is a horizontal transformation by 1 unit and there is a vertical transformation by 2 units. This is up and this is to the right. Then we have C part, which is what? Gx is equal to sin x, and we have y is equal to minus 2 g of 0.5x. So this is horizontal stretch by 2 units by a factor of 2, vertical stretch by 2, and reflection in the x-axis because of this negative sign. So let us do part D. Which is same as part C. Y is equal to under root x and y is equal to minus 2 g of 2x. So there is a horizontal compression by a factor of 1 upon 2, vertical stretch by a factor 2, and because of this negative sign there is a reflection in the x-axis. Well, that was question number 3. Let us try question number 4. Says state the domain and range of each function. For A, as you can see in the graph, x is less than or equal to 2, greater than or equal to minus 2. So this is the domain. What about the range? This is domain. The range would be, again, if you look at the picture, you see that there is no part of the curve below the x-axis and there is no part of the curve above 2 units. So y must be less than or equal to 2 and is greater than or equal to 0. This is the range. Let us look at part B, which is fx is equal to x square minus 6x minus 10. Well, x can be given any real answer and y can be found. Y is greater than or equal to negative 19. That is part B. Let us do part C. Y is equal to 1 upon x. Now I'm sure you know that x must not be equal to 0. Other than that, any real value can be assigned to x. So x belongs to real number except 0, and similarly y belongs to real number except 0. So that is C part. Let us do D. D says y is equal to 3 sine x. Well, we know that sine x cannot exceed 1 and cannot go to the left of -1. The maximum value of sine x is 1 and the minimum value of sine x is -1, but this is multiplied by 3, so the y would be less than or equal to 3, greater than or equal to -3. This is the range. When we come to domain, of course x can be assigned any value, so x belongs to the real number set. This is D. If you look at G, E, if you look at E, E is gx is equal to 10 to the power x. Of course, x can be given any real value, so x belongs to the set of real numbers, but whatever value we give to x, 10x is not going to be 0 or negative. So, well, this is the domain. The range would be y greater than 0. This is E part. Let us move on to question number 5. A is quite simple. If you apply the vertical line test, you will notice that this is not a function. B, of course, x can be assigned any real value, but so domain is what? Domain is x belongs to R. What about the range? Well, the first part, which is 2 times x minus 1 whole square, the smallest value of this is 0. When we add 3 to this, the smallest value of y is 3. So y, or the range, is greater than or equal to 3. This is 5b. Let us look at 5c. Oh, this is a function. 5b is a function. Let us look at question 5c. We see that y is equal to plus or minus under root x minus 4. Now when you see these two signs, it means that for any given value of x, there will be two values here, so it is not a function. So this is not a function, right? Let us look at D. Y is equal to 2 to the power x minus 4. Of course, x can be assigned any value, so the domain is the real number. Now again, 2 to the power x can never be negative, so the smallest value of that would be minus 4. That is the range. Let us move on to E. E, y is equal to cos of 2 times x minus 30 plus 1. Well, of course, x can be given any real value and y will be between 1 and -1. So this is a function. Okay, let us do question number 6. Y is equal to x cubed if 2, n is a point on the graph, determine the value of n. So we replace y by n and x by 2. So this is 2 to the power 3, which is equal to 8. So n is equal to 8. The second part is m20. So here we put 20 for y and m for x. So this would be m cubed. Therefore m is equal to cube root of 20, which is approximately equal to 2.7. Right? Then question number 7. There are many ways a function can be defined. There is a vertical line test. So if there is a graph given to us, that's this, and if there is no vertical line that passes through that cuts the graph in more than 1 point, then it is a function. In case we are given two sets, namely A and B, there are some elements like A, B, C here, and there are some elements like 1, 2 here. Let's say A is associated with 1, B is associated with 2, and C is associated with 1. This is an example of function. The function, it is a function because A is associated to only one element, B is associated to only one element, and C is associated to any one element. So this is an example of function. I hope you must have found my talk useful. Definitely there will be improvements in my talk. This was a temporary arrangement, so there were quite a few problems. I'm sure the problems will be overcome. Have a good day.